office and my little skirt, my kind of cute blouse, you know, and my purse, my shoulder pink pouch purse. But I'm here to talk about my childhood friends, and this will be my second segment of it, and but I'm a CD crossdresser. Right now, I'm thinking about transgendering from male to female. I don't know if I'll go all the way or not, but I'm talking about my childhood friends, and so see. Then there's the Hamiltons, who were across the street from me, and I live, like I said, on a dead-end street at 1319 Poplar Place, Kalamazoo, Michigan, 49001. And let's see. Okay, so there's the Hamiltons across the street. They didn't have kids. I think they had kids, but they were older, and then they had kids. So those kids come over to the Hamiltons' house, and I forget their names. There was a blonde girl. She was a blonde girl, and then she had a brother, or brother had a sister, or whatever we want to call it. But they were both cool. We used to play with them every time they come over at the Hamlin's house. So I'm not sure if their last name was Hamilton or not. So I'm not sure, but they were friends of ours. And then let's see what else. Okay. I got those. Okay, then. Let's see. Oh, the Ranges. Okay, the Ranges lived just off the street, one house off of Poplar Place on the Stockbridge, and they were the Ranges. It was Kevin Range and Paul Range. Paul Range was closer to my age. He was like 2 years older, or year and a half. I think they were a year and a half older, and that was Paul Range, and then Kevin Range, and they'd always come down the street every so often and play, ball and stuff on our street, kickball and baseball and stuff like that on our street. We just do it on our street. And and Kevin Range was like 3 years older than me, I think, maybe 4. 3 or 4 years older, and he comes down one time on our street, and he has an Army helmet. He has something in it, right? And he's putting it in his mouth, right? And putting it back in the Army helmet. And he's blowing. It looks like smoke coming out, but it's what it was is it's dry ice. He had a chunk of dry ice in that Army helmet. He'd put it in his mouth and put it out, like quick in, quick out or something. And he'd blow it out. Look, it's like winter out. Because he'd have cold breath. We blew out. And he thought that was kind of funny. He switched it around like that in the Army helmet. That was funny. That was one of the things I remember in my childhood. It was funny. And another thing, when we had a bow and arrow, he had a bow and arrow, right? I mean, this was a real bow and arrow. It's just, but it wasn't a hunting bow or a hunting arrow. He was just using a regular arrow. He says, "Watch what I can do." Bam, like that. He pulled it back like that. Bam, like that. And it goes so far up, you can't see it. And we're waiting for it to come down. Some bitch comes down, almost sticks him in the leg. And that was dangerous, man. He said, "Watch this." Boom, and it goes way up. It goes way up there. You can't even see it. And we're looking for it. And hell, it hit the ground by the time we saw it. Man, we could have got hurt. With that one. Because you shoot something straight up like that, because he shot it straight up, and it comes stick in your head. But that was kind of funny. That was Kevin Range did that, and with the Army helmet, that was Kevin Range again. He was kind of a weird dude. No one really liked to be around him because he's kind of hyper all the time. He was always hyper, and no one liked to be around him. I like Paul though. Paul was like the opposite of that. And he's a very mellow kid. And they were always in shape and sports people. And then let's see, who else was on my street? think we had other. I think we had some other friends too. Yeah, but those were my main friends. And what else was I gonna say on I forget what else I was gonna say on um, about my friends and stuff. Well, he, like Timmy and I would come over and we'd bowl. Like we'd bowl with tin cans and do different stuff. One time he put gasoline on a fire. Okay, the fire started going down. We're going, come on, we gotta get that going up. And I know gas will do it. And I said, I ain't doing it. And I said, let's see you do it. He pours it on there and gets a little bit on his leg and it's on fire, man. I started laughing. That's one thing I started doing. I mean, my whole childhood was funny. I mean, it was funny. Any little thing would be happening, I'd be laughing. like when Bill Cowley got hurt on, like when he, pedaling his bike, he ran into a stop sign. Because remember this kid is always, kind of a little high, from marijuana or some kind of drug, because he said he did every drug, and he was fun to watch, and it was funny. He was very funny, and I'd laugh at him, man. I'd get the biggest kick out of him watching him do stuff, not just ride a bike, but just walk down the street. He'd like just barely miss a sign or something. It'd be funny. It'd be funny, and when he ran like a girl. He still runs like a girl today. He runs like a girl. He said he was on a football team. I'm going, yeah, what kind of football was it? Here you go. You run like a girl. That's Bill Cowley. But I get a kick out of his ass. He was funny. He was funny as hell. I get a big kick out of him. But he hates me though, because he says I turned him in for his pot. Well, his pot's legal, so what can I do? What can I do about, if I turn him in, if he's legal, then there's nothing you can do. I mean, other than if it's an FBI agent, if it's FBI, if it's federal, then they could take you to jail and stuff. Because the federal agents, pot is illegal in all 50 states as far as the feds are concerned. Pot is illegal. And so, he hates me. But that's his problem, not mine. And we were kind of friends. I mean, he wasn't no best friend or nothing, even though I knew him probably the longest. I knew him probably the longest out of everybody, because we were friends in diapers, Because I moved. My family was there in a 2-bedroom house, in a 2-bedroom brick house, and my dad's brother, my dad's brother, which is my uncle, he formulated a company named Watts Construction, back in the 40s. This is in the 50s, because I was born in 1958. He asked my dad want him to tear that brick house, 2-bedroom house down, because I had 2 brothers and a sister, before I was born. So they had two boys and 1 girl, and they only had a 2-bedroom house plus them, So he said, yeah, okay. His brother asked him, you want me to tear that down, build a new house? So they did. They built a new house because I was going to be born. So I lived there from 1958 to the end of, I lived there from June 19, 1958 to June 30th of 2014, because I did a lot of building, and then I rented out the rooms, and then they turned me in to a city, and the city said, this house condemned when they had to do a rental inspection. So that's how that worked out. But okay, that's the end of that. And then let's see who else. I had a great childhood. I love my childhood. I really miss my childhood. Really, it was great. There's a great episode on the Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone is called Kick the Can. That explains what I'm talking about. A great childhood. It's called Kick the Can on Twilight Zone. And I'm Dan for now. And I might be. Oh, that's right. I also was friends with Henry. This guy. Okay, it was. It's Elsie, Marie, and Henry. I think there was another guy. I'm not sure if there was another boy in there or not. I think there was. There's an older guy, older than us. So it was Henry and another guy. Actually, I think it went the older the Marie. I think might have been the oldest, or the other guy, and those two were kind of older. But then there was Henry, and then there was Elsie. Elsie was their mother, and their dad was never around. So, but that's another friend of mine, and he came over one Christmas one time. And I think I know what he wanted. He wanted to have sex. I think, but because he might be gay. I don't know, but or might be like me. I don't know. He likes anal sex, but because I'm an anal bottom, I like cross wrestling, and I'm thinking about transgender. Don't know if I'm gonna go that far, but I feel more comfortable this way. So, but anyway, that's about who I had as friends as a child, and I was done being friends with them after junior high school. So, and today is what is today? Today is 8/14/2015.